Welcome to BNEWS Weekly. I'm Phil Gallagher, along with BNEWS reporters Tad Stefanak, Veris Conley, Robert Paris, and Chris Rose, along with Gretchen Carey with the Community Calendar. Thank you for joining us. The Select Board approved the proposed timeline for the high school building project at their last meeting. Let's look.
Say it again. I'll make a motion to approve the timeline for the Burlington High School project of having a warrant article on September town meeting and a November 15th, 2025 special election.
Second.
So we have a motion made and seconded on the floor. We have to take a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained?
Aye.
And the chair is aye, so there's 4-1 in favor.
Board member Nick Priest supports the project, however expressed concerns about the speed of the project.
I don't, and maybe it's me, understand the need to have this happen as fast as we're making it happen. Right now, we're closing out the feasibility project that town meeting approved for $1.5 million. We're trying to turnkey the end of that and the start of the project all in September, which really wouldn't be an issue if it weren't for the fact that we had to engage in a special election within 90 days of the vote that gets taken. So what we're asking everyone to do is show up to town meeting in September, understand all the intricacies of the project, know that it's a debt exclusion for roughly $300 million, vote yes, and then have us vote to make a whole new election happen in a spot where there currently isn't an election happening a week and a half before Thanksgiving. From the vote that gets taken on the 29th of September to the proposed date of November 15th is 7 weeks. 7 weeks to draft yes, no, get it approved by town council, print, publish, print, mail, and have the residents understand what's happening with a brand new election that will ultimately cost us $20,000 to $30,000.
With the approved timeline, the building committee met later in the week to finalize the amount they plan to request in the warrant for the project. The committee met later in the week and finalized their number of $340 million to request at town meeting in September. Members of the building committee were in the studio recently recording a segment for a new program produced and hosted by Nikki Cadillac of the Burlington Buzz. The program will premiere September 15th on BCATS. There is a new lottery system for technical and vocational schools in Massachusetts. Shawsheen Valley Technical High School Superintendent Tony McIntosh discusses how this new system will affect admissions at Shawsheen.
Students are still going to be required to apply just like they are now, but they would apply for an entry into the lottery instead of an application for admissions. But what has happened is the Board of Elementary and Secondary Education has really limited the criteria that vocational schools can be using moving forward, starting in the 25-26 school year, this upcoming school year. We're only allowed to look at 3 categories now moving forward: student attendance, student discipline, and student interest. And then they've also really restricted what we can look at in each one of those specific categories. So as an example, in the student discipline category moving forward, we can only consider possession of a deadly weapon and assault on staff members as criteria to not qualify for additional lottery entries. So that's going to be a big change versus what we've seen for the last 5 or 6 years.
So pretty much one of the big ones too is also going to be like grades are not going to be.
That's not going to be counted, no. Yeah. And even the student attendance, it's any student that has missed 27 days or less in the 270 days that is their a 7th grade year and half of their 8th grade year will get an additional entry into the lottery. So you have to miss 28 days to not get the extra entry. So it's to me it's really, they've really set the bar really high. I don't think there's going to be very many kids that apply to us that don't meet the criteria for multiple lottery entries.
Protests, rallies, and vigils continue to grow in town at the Burlington ICE office by different organized groups. This week's Bearing Witness at ICE group had over 400 attendees in the sweltering heat, and State Representative Ken Gordon spoke to those gathered.
I'll explain what I saw inside that building, which I toured on June 5th. But before I do, I want to level set with you. We're living at a time where the federal government has just this week essentially declared martial law in Washington, D.C. It's taken over the police department, even though in Washington crime... Keep the mic up. Keep it up, okay. Crime is at its lowest levels in 30 years. We live at a time where the federal government is prohibiting the consideration of diversity in hiring, housing, or school admissions policies over any entity in which it has authority, such as states and universities. It will use economic pressure to withhold approval of mergers involving private firms and businesses to get what it wants. Folks, this is an old-fashioned protection racket, and this is what's holding our country right now. Here in Massachusetts, we value our immigrants. We recognize the role that immigrants have played in helping us to grow our economy, helping us to grow our society, making Massachusetts a better place to live. And we want to make sure that immigrants continue to treat Massachusetts as a welcoming place, a place that values them and a place that wants them. And so for that reason, it's embarrassing and a stain upon our Commonwealth and upon Burlington to have this facility doing what it's doing right behind me right now. Windowless van after windowless van to a place where they could easily be processed and released, but instead they're locked into rooms. Now, I saw these rooms. It's not much unlike what you heard previously, but I saw them myself. There are 8 rooms that can hold about 5 people in it. They were built as conference rooms, but now they're cells. 5 people, no furniture, small room, maybe 5 by 8, essentially conference room, no window to the outside. There's a window to the hallway, access to meals, but they're not meals that we would ever eat. And again, I'm here to say that's intentional because they want immigrants to feel that they're unwelcome. This is why it's meaningful. Marcelo told me this. He can't see you. The people in that room, in that building, they can't see. They don't have windows, and they come in these windowless vans. They can't see you, but they do talk to people. They do talk to their family, and their family knows you're here, so they know you're here, and that is important to them. So thank you.
The Select Board approved several appointments this week. Martin Allen has been appointed to the position of Senior Building Inspector, conditionally until he secures the licensure for the position. Allen has extensive construction experience and has been a municipal building inspector for 15 years, the last 5 with Burlington. Reggie Nichols has been appointed the new Human Resources Director for the town. The approval of the budget at town meeting in May separated the Human Resources Office, and longtime HR Director Joanne Faust moved to the school department in July. The police department celebrated 2 officer promotions. Sergeant Peter Abaskaroon has been promoted to lieutenant, and Officer Brian Hannafin has been promoted to sergeant. During a ceremony on Monday, August 11th, both officers were officially sworn into their new positions by Burlington Town Clerk Jennifer Priest. I am incredibly proud of the dedication both Sergeant Hannafin and Lieutenant Abaskaroon have displayed throughout their time with Burlington Police, said Chief Brown. These promotions reflect their continued commitment to safety and service for our residents. I wish them the best of luck as they step into their new roles. There was plenty of police presence at Burlington's annual safety night last week. BCAT's Robert Paris and Chris Rose were there for the big event.
The Wegman's parking garage was the safest place in Burlington on the evening of August 6th, as the Burlington Police and Fire hosted their annual Community Safety Night event. Chris Rose and I went around to talk with local law enforcement in the area. Former Detective Jim Tiggis is the man behind the magic that puts it all together.
This is our 10th year doing it. Once you make the contacts, and everybody knows it's always the first Wednesday in August, they know to put that date aside. And when you get an event where people asking you or agencies are asking you if they can come out and be part of it, you know you got something good, because in the first few years we'd have to seek out participants, and not only do we reach out to our past participants, we have new participants and new people and new organizations, new agencies asking if they can join, and of course we say yes.
A variety of new and returning activities were on site for kids to explore, as well as learning the dangers and safeties of real-life emergencies.
Right behind us is the Regional Metro Fire Smokehouse. It's a mock room, and they fill it with smoke, and you have to learn how to get out safely. That's brand new this year, and we have some of our favorites back this year.
The ever-popular dunk tank was a hit for everyone, and they all wanted to pet Burlington's own canine companion, Zuko.
So we're doing our public safety night tonight. We're all out here having fun, interacting with the community. We have our dunk tank here. All our young guys are having fun, getting wet, letting the kids throw us right in that water.
I think Community Safety Night is our favorite night of the whole year. We get to see all of Zuko's friends, human and canine. So we're really happy to be here and getting to say hi to everyone. Can't wait to do it again next year. This is Zuko's favorite night of the year. We have free hot dogs and then all the pets he can get. 10 out of 10.
Be sure to check out the full special coming soon to BCAT from Wegmans on 3rd Avenue. I'm Robert Paris for BNEWS Weekly.
The Burlington Board of Health would like to inform residents that West Nile virus has been recently detected in mosquitoes in towns near Burlington. As a result, the Massachusetts Department of Public Health has changed the WNV risk level from low to moderate for Burlington. WNV is most commonly transmitted to humans by the bite of a mosquito infected with the virus. Visit our website for a list of common sense precautions people can take to help to protect themselves and their loved ones. The Burlington Sculpture Park is on the move. BNews' Tad Stefanak has the story.
The sculptures of the Burlington Sculpture Park are headed to their new location on the Town Common and along Center Street.
You know they're going to replace the police station, and tearing down the old one's going to start any day now. And the folks felt that it just wasn't safe for the sculptures, even if the construction doesn't come that far into the sculpture park. It just wasn't wise to have the heavy equipment running around with those sculptures there. So we worked with the select board and found new locations for all of the sculptures that were in the sculpture park. We moved 2 of them to new locations right here in front of town hall departments. Over further back, we'll see Sunday Paper, which seemed like a good, should put near a civic place. And then this one is Dream Manifesting, which is very popular. It shows a kind of a face and a question mark, and people of all kinds, little kids and grown-ups, they all love this sculpture.
The new locations of each of the sculptures can be found at the Burlington Sculpture Park website.
Sometime in September, I am writing a song in my other life as Uncle John, the songwriter.
In the music that I make and songs I sing.
And I'm going to perform all 12 songs, each one in front of their respective sculpture, sometime in September. And that will be kind of official welcoming of the sculptures to their new location on the Common, which is a temporary thing for 2 years while the old building of the police station is torn down and the new one gets built.
From the new home of the Burlington Sculpture Park sculptures, I'm BNews reporter Tad Stefanak.
The Burlington Players have received a total of 20 nominations for the 2025 Dash Awards presented by the Eastern Massachusetts Association of Community Theaters. Each year, theater groups submit their productions to a panel of judges for Dash Award consideration. The top 3 to 6 scoring entries in each category receive nominations, which are announced in July. 4 productions, including The Book of Will, Kodachrome, Working for Crumbs, and Fun Home, received multiple nominations. The winners will be announced at the MCAT Gala on Saturday, August 23rd. Last week, Club Simonds was treated to a flying high dog show with frisbees, audience participation, and of course dogs. Varys Conley was there.
On August 7th, Club Simonds hosted the Flying High Dog Show, a traveling event featuring Mike Piazza and his dogs, Mojo and Oreo, who performed tricks involving frisbees. But how did this show come together?
A long time ago, I adopted a dog. We began competing in canine frisbee. That dog got really, really good. She won the first U.S. Open ever, once held the world record for the longest frisbee thrown to a dog, still holds a record for the highest scoring competition. Probably about 15 years back, I kind of turned it into a business. I started performing at more sporting events, recreation departments like this, kids camps, things of that nature.
While the show offers fun for the whole family, Mike explains that there's a bit more to it than just the performance.
So I try to promote people adopting dogs, but I've gotten emails from parents, they've adopted a dog, and the kids who are typically shy before that really bonded with the dogs. So it's kind of a good self-rewarding type of aspect to what I do.
But how did Mike and his flying high dogs end up at Simonds Park?
Every Thursday here at Simonds Park, we have a show come. So today was the Flying High Dog Show. This event was coordinated through the rec department, and this is the second year that they've been here.
Yeah, I think it's one of our more entertaining shows. I think the engagement is great. Adopt dogs through shelters. I think that's a great point that he made.
I think it's just like a great community event where we get a lot of public out here and everyone comes together and is just having fun, and there's a lot of like audience participation throughout it. So I think it's just a good time for everyone to come together and enjoy a show.
This has been Varys Connolly from BNEWS.
Up next is our last summer rec review after our community calendar with Gretchen Carey.
Hey everyone, I'm Gretchen Carey, and this is your community calendar. On August 22nd at 7:30 p.m., BCAT will be having a cinema series outside featuring a presentation of The Muppet Movie. Attendance is free, but registration is required. Go to our website for more details. Also on the 22nd, the Burlington Rotary Club will be having their 36th annual golf tournament at the Billerica Country Club. To register and for more information, go to the following website. On August 24th from 2 to 4 p.m., Temple Shalom Ameth is holding their annual open house. Come and meet the rabbi, staff, temple board, and members. Enjoy an ice cream sundae bar. Everyone is welcome, and the event is free. For more community calendar events, go to bcattv.org, burlingtonpubliclibrary.org, and burlingtonrecreation.org. I'm Gretchen Carey, and that was your community calendar.
Hi everyone, welcome back to our final summer rec review. I'm the Assistant Program Coordinator for the Burlington Parks and Recreation Department, Andrew Mountain. It's been an amazing summer here at Burlington Parks and Recreation. We had such an incredible time with all of our staff members, our participants at all of our programs. I have to say, my favorite event that we had this summer was Celebrate Burlington. Everyone at the Burlington Parks and Recreation Department came together and made that day possible. We had an amazing day with a car show, fireworks, and a concert at the Common, as well as incredible vendors who came to the Common and different activities for families to come together. For the runner-up for my favorite things of this summer has to be at Club Simonds. We had High Flying Dogs, where participants got to see actual dogs doing tricks with the trainer, and some of the staff members were actually able to join as a part of the show. As our summer programs come to an end, we have some outside organizations coming together and creating some amazing programs here for Burlington residents this week. At Simonds Park, we have flag football and cheerleading from Skyhawk Sports. At our rec department, we have two programs occurring. We have Kids Create with STEM Stational Art and Nailed It Hawaii Challenge, where they're creating some amazing art projects. With Circuit Lab, they're doing app inventors and hands-on electronics, where participants are having the opportunity to create their own apps and electronics. Next week, at Rohannes Park, we have Challenger Sports coming to do an amazing soccer program for participants from preschool all the way up until middle school. As we conclude our summer rec review, we just want to do a quick little mention about our fall programs and brochure coming out. We have some amazing new programs coming out this fall, as well as some returning favorites. In the next couple weeks for events, we have at Truck Day on September 14th on the Common, as well as in October we have our Trucktober and our Spooky Walk. And in November we have our Turkey Trot. I'm Andrew Mountain from the Burlington Parks and Recreation Department, reporting out, guys. We'll see you next year.
Our photo of the week was sent in by Gina Marie Belmonte. Gina was at Market Basket and captured this image because the sky was so beautiful, she stated. Thank you for the picture, Gina. We'd like to see your photos. The photos could be of something you see around town, the weather outside your own door, or even photos of your family members and pets. Whatever you think is interesting, we'd like to share with the community. Send them to bcat@bcattv.org with the subject line Photo of the Week. Next week, we will bring you our coverage of a ribbon cutting at Tech Synap, a behind-the-scenes look at the BHS band camp, and a conversation with Julie Lewis, who served as pantry manager, food pantry manager for 4 years and is now off onto a new adventure. That's it from the news desk. See you next week.